Hello, it's the mole miner time. Time for the mole miners. The mole majors. Major mole mining. Hey there, Diane. Hey there, Lars. Yeah. Major mole mining. Yep. Hey there, Kristen. Alpha. Morano. Welcome. So, we're about a week into this new update. Making our way. Earning some flim-flam. Doing all kinds of stuff, really. There's new legendaries, new crafting systems. You know? Extended storyline, but that's already done. With me. I was working on my camp a bit more. Okay. So,
just here for a bit. I'll stay out of your
you
hair.
know, making sure everything is kind of closed as it should be. I added this whole area, the doctor portion.
You got anything you don't want anymore?
Hey, Solomon. Alright, time to rock and roll across the map. Now, I sort of wanted to do some more crafting. A bit more crafting, okay? Let's see here. Let's see.
Long-term side effects.
Okay, so I have this bolstering piece. The torso, I can't get rid of that. My right leg, +1 endurance and helmet. Right arm, zealots. Well, I could get rid of this. It's not the best. Let's try it out. I mean, +1 agility. Zealots, chance to deal energy damage. Meh. Let's swap it out. Okay, I have 24 legendary modules, 204 cores. Boom, boom. Oh, I don't want that. That's terrible. Regenerate radiation damage? No. Ammo weight reduction? That's pretty good, actually. I'll keep that for now. That lowers the weight of all ammo. All ammo. So... let's try this other one. Let's... be better, please. It's kind of a waste. Lock picking is really pointless. Junk item weight, that's nice. Now I have 2 pieces of junk item weight reduction. And cryo resistance, which is also pretty good. Pretty good. Junk. Let's see. Well, I guess I'm done for now. I'm done for now. Okay.
Now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
Yeah. Oh, there's a problem with my camera. 1 second.
Just a little more rest, and on to the next one.
Alright. So, let me see here. I'm looking over. Oh, I could make a plasma cutter. That'd be kind of fun. Well, I have 2 attempts. I mean, it's pretty stupid to do this because it's only good if it's extra attack speed. So it's just a waste, really. It's a waste to do anything. So I'm not going to be using that, and I wasted those flim-flam things. It's all a waste. It's just because I only want attack speed, it's not really wise for me to craft a melee. It's probably best if I just use a melee. If I just find a melee and use it. I'm sure I have all kinds of melees. It's just I don't want to use this instigating thing.
Holding this place up is hard work.
Okay. Alright, well my power armor is a tiniest, a tiny bit better. 2% better. 2%.
Note to self, look for more empty syringes. Something to sterilize them.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get the Raise the Green Flower right now. 1,000 is what I want. It's going to take forever, though. This is going to be so annoying and boring. Boring and annoying. I'll just use up whatever turbo fertilizer grenades I have. I'll build a 4x4 grid. Yeah, so I'm slightly better. The cryo, the junk weight reduction, the ammo weight reduction. That's all better, you know? The ammo weight reduction is pretty good. That includes fusion cores. I'm going to pick up all this first. Because I have to. Yeah, so I got a bunch of mole miner pails earlier, and the only plan I got was the circus trailer. The rest was all alcohol and little 8 items and some caps. I only had 2 ornate. I had a bunch of dusty and a 6 standard. I had like 11 dusty, 6 standard, and 2 ornate, I think. Something like that. Alright. Check the map. Alright. Good. I spent 6,000 caps earlier buying the gold from Smiley. Check out my dailies. Vox Interpreter. The Sting Wing and thing and Questy Poo. Easy peasy. It's gonna build some stuff. This time, build my stacks right here. I'm not gonna build some crazy base. Where am I? I said no. Alright, so I'll just get this going. I'm gonna worry about it.
I just love songs. Don't you?
Ugh. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's too far forward. Oh gosh. Okay. One more. Hurry up. Time. Hey there, Tasha. I'm trying to get this farm active. ASAPy Jonestown. I'm doing a 4x4. Come on. Oh my gosh. Walls. Hey there, Paul. Come on. You have this on your PS4. Is it roughly the same? Yes. Just minor control differences, and the fact that it's not cross-platform. Okay, so I'm gonna be making the capital I in the middle. About the same. But compared between the PS4 and PC, the PC is way better with graphics and the frame rate. Compared with PS5 and the computer, it's much more similar. You know.
I just love songs. Don't you?
Come on. Come on. Don't want the bad guys to get me. Come on now. Oh, come on now. Come on. Let me go over here really quick and put down some turrets. Way over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Alright. I just want to distract these creatures. I don't want this defense event to be active because other players can teleport to me. I'm gonna build a couple things. Yeah. Oh, come on now. The floor. Oh, come on. Yep. Okay. There you go. Stash boxes. I got this cool new stash box. Super cool. It has a light. Yeah, so cool. That's a really cool stash box. It glows. I like things that glow. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the triple fertilizer grenade. Yes, I'm at a workshop right now, and I'm trying to build a razor grain greenhouse over here, so I can multiply razor grain using triple fertilizer grenades. I'm trying to build fast, and I'm under pressure. That's why I'm trying to hurry up right now, because there's other players out here in the world, and they can kill me. This is the workshop, and in case you don't know, the way it works is there isn't much PvP in this game, but there is PvP at a workshop. There's these locations around the map that look like this, with a black circle. You take it over, your icon appears, and you get to build there. You can't build in tons of places, just at the workshops and at your camp, like at my camp, for example. You can't build anywhere else. You can move your camp. You could have more than one workshop. You could have only one camp out, but you could have more than one camp safe. Now, the main point of workshops is for the resources. You see there's copper here, right? There's enemies that are attacking annoyingly. Yeah. So there's resources, right? I could also have water. There's water, you know, all kinds of stuff. Water purifiers in the ground, all kinds of wonderful things. You put down your resource node. You hook up your power. Make sure everything's all hunky MacDory. I'm explaining like you're brand new to the game. Are you brand new to the game? I don't know what level. I don't know what level to explain this at. The overall level, you know. So like I said, there's no real PvP in this game. The only way to really do PvP is by shooting somebody, and then they shoot you back, you agree, and then you fight like a duel. It's kind of weird. Or you take over a workshop. Now, during the defense event, I'm very vulnerable because other players can teleport to me. They can teleport to me because right now they see this hexagon icon right where I'm standing. I'll show you. When we teleport away, I'll teleport back to it, and they can teleport to me. Normally, if the defense event isn't active, there is no icon. They would have to guess. See, look, icon, right? Ooh, look, defense event. Players show up because they want to do an event, and while they're there, they have the option to take over the workshop from me, which then makes me hostile, and then they can kill me. So it's dangerous. It's dangerous. So if you want to think of it like this, I like to loot things. I enjoy loot. But you came to the right place, Tasha. I like to loot things. I enjoy loot. So to increase the value of something, I like to have less of it. So to have less of something, I like to use it. So I like to find reasons to use my resources. So base building is a good thing. See, usually there involves some system of power, and then moving the power around. You got power, and you got to move that power around. These power poles distribute the power, but they cost 1 power. Come on. Okay. This is so complicated, by the way. It's just so complicated. But it's not. Most people don't do this, by the way. But I'm trying to teach people that this is what you should be doing. Oh my gosh, I'm jumping. Well, you know, this is just my method. I'm just showing you what I do. I'm showing you what I do. Wink. This ain't what the other folks do. There's different ways to move around power. You have, typically, power connectors. There's power pylon. Oh no. Woo! See? Situational awareness. You see how scary that was? That was a player! I'm gonna leave for a bit. See, my goal was to... It's just so much to explain all at once. Is the problem. So now, you'll learn in context, okay? Got this big old map, different zones, all kinds of stuff to do. For the most part, you don't gotta worry about this whole thing. You have a complicated, layered, go your own way sort of storyline with all kinds of characters and locations and ideas and things and things. Right? Many different concepts here. This is Appalachia, West Virginia, so there's stuff relating to that. There's robots, mutants, you know, the Scorched Plague, all kinds of things you have to figure out. Different quasi-factions, pseudo-factions, you know, like the Responders, and the Fire Breathers, whatever. You do this whole quest thing. This thing I'm doing is this backbone thing, which is I think it's the backbone of the whole game. Is what I think. It's a dangerous thing, though. As you see, there's a player here. My goal is to typically build and leave. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go do something while this is cooking. I was trying to get my razor grain down, so I'll do something. It's not really an open sandbox game. Okay, fine. It is open map. Do whatever you want to do, but not really. You know, the backbone of gameplay would be public events, any other weird event like these icons, right? Then you have daily quests like in any other game, and then you have farming, just raw farming, killing bad guys quickly. Here, I'll show you. Enough of the gabbing. Time for the flim-flam. Gabba-hee-hayin'. Let me just kill some bad guys, okay? I'll just kill a bunch of bad guys. I was building some stuff. Now it's time to kill some people, okay? Yeah. Before I do that, I have to do one more thing. Let's go back to my camp. My build's still set to the other thing. Look, it's complicated, Tasha. It's complicated. It's a survival game. This is my opinion, okay? Don't listen to the other people. It's a survival game. But it's more than that, you see? It's like with a purpose, with a destiny. The simulation of the apocalypse where your main goal is to reclaim the wasteland from the bad guys. For whatever reason, for good or bad. You know? For good or bad. So, this is my little camp. I want to change my build out. Okay. So, you know what it's all about. I'm just going to go over here for a second and kill some bad guys up and around the bend. Because I'm also looking for some mole miners. You go around and you kill some bad guys. You loot some buildings for some loot that you need. You need some plastic, you go over there and you go get it. Usually, a person ends up doing some sort of task over time, and that requires upkeep of some variety depending on your build. Different builds, different versions of upkeep, different ammo requirements, right? Different armor, different weapons. It's all different resources that you need to repair and to get more ammo and everything, right? Here we go. It's a game where you're barely surviving for a while, but then you become a superhero. At a certain point, you become a superhero, and then you keep on trying to make it, but then you try to make it more by building up, in my opinion. So what I was doing there is sort of like a role-playing thing, and it's exciting. So in between all the standard farming and the bad guy killing that most people do and the public events and everything, I try to take over those workshops to build a bunch of stuff. I treat it like a sketch pad. Right? But I'm doing it for a reason, because there's always a reason to do something. So I like to waste my resources. I like to build a bunch of stuff. It's thrilling and dangerous and forces me to pay attention. It forces me to pay attention. You know. But it's for a purpose. Earlier I was doing the power plants. For the fusion cores. But at any given workshop, you have the resource nodes that are in the ground, and you can look at a workshop like this, you could mouse over it, it'll say lead, crystal, aluminum. You see? It'll say lead, wood, gold. Over here it says steel, crystal, nuclear, right? It says what the place has. But on top of all that, you always have food and water, because you could plant crops at a workshop. It's kind of complicated, but you see how it says, this is kind of complicated, but you see it says food 6, water 8, and this one over here says food 1, water 10. That means if you have a bunch of crops, only one crop will respawn per tick, whatever the refresh tick is. So some places respawn faster than other places because of the nutrients. This spot is near water, so the water refreshes quickly. Other places refreshes slower. You can build as many water purifiers as you want, but only half of them will be online, or only like 10% will have water inside of them. It's kind of random which one gets the water, but then eventually, if you're gone for like an hour, they'll all have water. But it's just a minor thing. So you have water purifiers all lined up, and crops, and some sort of place to sleep, and a place to play music, and a place to recuperate, a place to cook, a place to repair. This is for other people. I'm doing it for other people. Think of it like you're a game designer. Just think of it like you're a game designer and you're developing content for other people in the game. Like you're a dungeon master And you're providing content for other people by getting all this stuff online and building a fortress. You're building a fortress for other people. Well, it's not so much like a lottery. It's very specific. I think of it like the place has so much water because of the nutrients and the water footprint and whatever. It's just not very clear. It's not supposed to be clear. It's just supposed to give you a certain amount of water. You come back and check. And if you're gone longer, your water is filled up. You get the idea. A bunch of bad guys. Action, action. I had to leave because that person was there. I was in the middle of doing something. It's a strategy. So I have a strategy to not die. I have a non-dying strategy, okay? Hail, Julian. Try harder. I don't want to do pacify mode. That's garbage. I want to be in the seat of danger and run away. I'm just trying to run away. You know? It's a strategy. It's a strategy. So, part of my strategy is to Tasha. Oh, well, then I'll explain it in even more detail. Okay? Part of my personal strategy in developing a workshop is to break line of sight. If there's an enemy over there, I don't want them seeing me. No. Well, I'm just explaining because I want to explain. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Okay? I'm just... Look. I care about the bad guys over there, and I want to put the building in front and block it, you know?
Is what I do.
So I have to... That's why I do something like that and something like that. But then I don't like to have all this open room. So I have to have something next to this building, right? And then something right here. Okay? And then a wall behind it. Whoop, and a little gate. And then something back here and some light shining down. Some turrets on top. Some lights over there on top of that edge of the roof. A wall on the back. An access gate over here. Until the point where it's really, really, really good. And then a person will feel bad for taking it from me. So I'm just reducing the chances that a person will take it from me by doing a really good job building it. You know? I'm reducing the bad guys down to just the trolls. Yes. And I figure if I leave everything unlocked, then there's no reason for them to take it from me. Sometimes a person might take a workshop from you because you took it over, but you didn't get the resources online. Sometimes you might want to just take over a workshop without building anything. And now a person specifically logged on today just to get the aluminum, and you didn't get the aluminum online, therefore they take your workshop and they build it. But if you build it better than they would have ever built it, then all that they could do is say thank you for leaving everything unlocked. Especially if you have like little signs saying, welcome, all yours, take the stuff, have a good day, stay hydrated, coobity scoobity boobity, take a nap before you go out, and stay brave. You know, then I'm like a good, friendly NPC person, but I'm also the kingpin. You see? I'm also the kingpin. See my icon, the squid covering the planet? I'm a secret good guy, but I'm secretly the bad guy. Because I want everything. Hey there, cat. So. Specifically at this spot, I like to build up a lot because I'm about to do a weird little trick where I get 1,000,000 kabillion units of razor grain. Okay? Right, this is the razor grain. I want to make razor grain flour. So I have this turbo fertilizer grenade that is used to instantly respawn a planted crop. Not a wild crop, but a planted crop. You get it through the settler storyline. Yeah. Okay? Also, if you ever see this machine, you can get one for free. You see, it just respawns on a timer. I could build that because I got it from the settlers. I can craft these. Boom, boom, boom. What I do is every so often, after I gather about 30 or so, or 27 or whatever number, I then use them in a grid format here, either 3x4 or 4x4. This right here is 4x4 with 4 grain per tile. You do the math. 4 cubed, right? And if I throw one of these bad boys right here, they all respawn. And now I'll be doing this for the next 10 minutes. And the reason why I build so much here is because this is going to take a long time. And I'm very vulnerable. And during this phase, other, not just players, but like dogs and mole rats and ghouls will come. And I want to be safe and sound and protected behind layers and walls, like walls of protection. So that if there were a player to attack me, it will take them a second to find me. I want the players to take a hot minute to find me. Tasha, is the storyline worth going through? Yes. Yes. Yes, Tasha, it's worth going through, and you have to go through it. You have to. You have to. I would say don't focus so much on leveling up, because that's just going to happen. It's inevitable. Focus on the storyline and all the side storylines and all the side quests as they come. Otherwise, it'll become a huge chore of all this responsibility. The most important thing is, as you do your storyline, it gives you named legendaries, like interesting items that have interesting effect, like +1 strength or something. That would be good for your level at the time, but not good if you're a higher level, because you're going to get better stuff. So if you go back and do it, it'll feel like a waste of time. Plus, as you move through the storyline, the NPCs sometimes ask you questions, and if you've already done something, then you get credit for it. So if you go in the correct order, sometimes things are layered appropriately. But if you just try to, fast track to the known good things by looking it up online to get some sort of requirement, I don't think you'll be very happy. Plus, you won't have anything to progress till, I'm not saying that you're going to do it, but if you typed in what is the best blah 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 item, and then the internet says to get the blah 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 you have to do this quest line. Start here, talk to this guy, go there, give him that item, and you get your thing. But now you got the best thing, and it took no time and no mental power and 0 immersion because you looked it up. It's no longer a simulation, it's just a video game. And you might as well start cheating. It's all dissolved, and it becomes it's just bad. So yes, you have to go through the storyline, but you don't have to. Just so you know, it's not required. Yeah. There's so much content. Just know this. Just know this. It's not required. You don't have to. But if you want a bomb, you have to get requirements by going through a certain storyline quest chain. If you want to get something from a certain vendor, you have to go through another quest chain. If you want to get like a backpack customization, you have to go through this other thing. There's just certain things you have to do, and it's like a natural process. It's really weird now for a new player because they really want you to focus on public events, is what it seems like. But I think it's kind of bad almost because it gets you to go across the map, and if you get too wandery, if you get too wandery, after a public event, then you'll end up with a bunch of weird side quests. And it'll be out of context. So for example, if all of a sudden I go over here, I'm a brand new player. Hoobity hoobity. Oh look, Heartless Swamp. If I go there and then start wandering over here, oh my god. It'll be so confusing. Might as well uninstall the entire game. You start wandering around and you're like looting and picking up weird notes and picking up side quests and you're learning character names. Who the heck is Sam? Sam? What? Huh? But that's the cool part about the game. Yes, it doesn't really end. The storyline doesn't end. This is a living world, and the timeline is going. The time is ticking. It repeats. You know, you go to another server, and then eventually the server is going to die, and the clock will reset. But it's the year 2104. I don't know what the year was when the game first came out, but it's going forward. You know, like there's a year one update. For the first year, there were no humans, and then the humans came back, like what Kat was saying. It's sort of, it might be overwhelming because for everybody else, things came in phases. For a new player, they have to go through everything. It's sort of like a brand new player to World of Warcraft. They have a lot of work ahead of them. But the game kind of manages it. And you'll feel very weak for a long time, but I think it's a cool feeling to feel like a little twig person. You really feel like a human. The game really makes you feel like a human. But then you feel like more than a human. It's exciting. Hey, enjoy your Coke. So, you know, just enjoy being really, really, really weak and thin and weird looking. Spindly and weak. But it's a good thing, you know? You want to be... It's a horror game at first, and then it turns into Doom. For example, in Doom Eternal, even though there's demons, you are the Doomslayer, and they're no match for you. And there's rock and roll music playing in the background as they're doing backflips. They're no match for you. Piles of flesh, explosions. You know? It's awesome. It can be awesome. You know? It could be as awesome as you want it to be. Different kinds of weapons, a multitude of different play styles. You can play however you want. It's not like your other RPGs where you choose a class. It's just an organic system. There's a bunch of perk cards that enhance your abilities, and there's mutations in armor and weapons, and then chems and food. And all that together, and legendary perks. You know, and that equals you. But it's dynamic. You could be a sniper, or a heavy explosive person, a melee person. Doesn't matter. Electric, you can focus on whatever you want. Yeah, you don't get locked in. There's nothing too permanent in this game. That's the cool thing. That's sort of my problem, because I like to dance around and move stuff left and right sometimes. I like to experiment. I've had countless different builds. These people here can testify to that. All these long-term people. I've had a million, kabillion different builds. But the problem is like this. Here. You see, you got this perk system, legendary perk system, crazy stuff, right? It hasn't always been this way. There weren't always legendary perks. That's brand new. There were perks. And the way it worked is, at a certain point, you just level up, right? And after level whatever, it doesn't matter anymore. After you get all your perks, it no longer matters, and then you just have all these extra levels doing nothing. For a long time, you just had a bunch of extra levels, and the only point for those levels were to unlock... You could either take your extra levels to unlock a perk, or to move a point between your attributes, like from strength to perception. So I would do that all the time. All the time! And then they had the legendary perk system, and they let you break down perks to get coins. So I broke down a lot of stuff, and I got all prestiged by breaking down all my perks. And I started from scratch, and I had to re-earn all my perks. So now I can do whatever I want to do. You know? So for example, if you want to use a two-handed weapon, you have to swap out some perks and maybe even some armor. Maybe, you know? Maybe. Or you have a build where you can use, like, right now in my build, I can't really use melee right now because of my build, but this is my melee slot. So I'm using a weapon in my melee, it's not like a melee slot, in my melee role, you know? And there's ways to enhance it. I'm not going to explain everything, But, for example, I'm in power armor. Look, stabilized. In power armor, heavy guns gain excellent accuracy and ignore armor. One gun army over here, you see? Heavy guns gain stagger and cripple chance. Really good if you have a faster fire rate flamethrower. And that counts for numerous heavy weapons like this one, and this one, and this one. All three of those perks, so all three of those weapons are enhanced by the same perks. Whereas other perks only work on certain kinds of weapons, specifically. So that was all heavy weapons, right? There's rifles, two-handed, one-handed, melee, ranged, throwing, different categories of things. You want to look for the category type perks. Okay? Gotta have the right combo, yes. So for example, I'm using shotguns. So for example, I'm using shotguns and heavy weapons. Explosive. The explosive ammo weighs a lot, so I have Ordnance Express to reduce the weight of my explosive ammo, Bear Arms to reduce the weight of my heavy weapons, Blocker to reduce incoming melee attacks, Traveling Pharmacy to reduce my chem weight, Skeet Shooter to make my shotgun shot group tight, Enforcer to increase the cripple chance of my shotgun. So I'm using my shotgun like a sniper rifle almost, because a Skeet Shooter, and I can cripple something. So I use it to, you know. So basically, I'm just trying to explain that it's like a technical Batman sort of thing where you should dynamically know what your perks do, and then you use what. There's different ways to enhance and different ways to synergize. It's pretty cool. Different ways to synergize. A multitude, a plethora of different crazy little ways to make anything shine. And with this last update, now there's all kinds of new legendary perks for even more synergy! All kinds of new legendary perks. Yeah. Yes. So can you imagine this game without perks? That'd be kind of weird. Man, oh man. What a weird build. Okay, hey, enjoy a Coke. You said what a weird build. Well, someone wants to complain, so I have to explain. Let me explain. It's really good. It's really good. Watch. I run around and I go choo 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 choo. Right? Choo 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 choo. Right? And concentrated fire, I could target their limb. Enforcer, enhanced cripple. Right? So I target their left leg and they die in one shot. Full charge pow. Full charge pow. Full charge pow. Right? They die in one shot. Most enemies die in one shot. Right? If I'm running through the area and they charge me, this thing right here just melts them. It melts them. But it's kind of expensive. It's kind of expensive. But if I really want to kill something really badly, I just use this thing. And it just melts right through. Zip, zip, zip. So if I'm fighting a bunch of ghouls or something, they'll charge me, I use this. Normally I would use a melee weapon, but because of my build composition, I can't afford. So here's something. If you want to be melee, you have to have at least Incisor, and you have to have Martial Artist. Bear none. Okay? So this is for anything mid-range. It melts them. I could decide to use just this weapon on all the enemies, and it kills them really quickly, especially if I tag their head. It kills them quickly, right? So I could use this weapon to kill things. I could use this weapon, oh boy, to kill things, right? This is for close and mid-range. This is pretty far. Look, I can hit that tree from over here. It's pretty far. Pretty good. It also just tags stuff. So watch this. See that? Tactical twirl. See that? It just tags everything. So if there's a public event with like Radiation Rumble, you just gotta run through and do this. Right? Really good. It's anti-armor, faster attack speed. Okay. Hey, thank you, Tasha. Catch you later. Thank you. All right. I'm also a bloodied power armor build. What does bloodied power armor build mean? I'm explaining to you, enjoy a Coke. This weapon right here is a vampire's faster fire rate Gauss minigun. It's so good, and it's my immortality gun. I use this on bosses for the decryption thing. It's pretty good. And then this right here kills anything in a small group. It's like the best. This is like the best gun in the entire game. This is like the best gun in the entire game. Attack speed, bloodied, good stuff. It kills anything, a large group of anything, pretty well. And it homes in on the Scorch Beast in the sky. So it's pretty good. And I'm using the emergency protocols torso mod. And over here I'm using Ricochet for extra defense, and Grim Reaper Sprint because of the shotgun effect, where I could if I'm using shotgun, I could get my AP back quickly. And then, but I could swap that out for Bloody Mess. I could also swap out Ricochet for Bloody Mess. I don't always use Ricochet, but sometimes I like to hear the twanga, you know? And then Adrenaline gives me a bunch of extra damage. You see, plus 60% damage if I kill things in succession. Then, of course, Demolition Expert, you know, Scrapper. Gotta break things down. Enjoy a Coke. You should not rely on legacy weapons. So in other words, you have no technical skill, and you have no idea what you're doing. Yes. Yeah, and earlier today, I modified a few more of my pieces. Okay, back to the collection. See, we're having a nice conversation. Really just to distract you while I collect all this grain, because it takes a long time, doesn't it? This is the best thing ever. I never really explained why I'm getting this grain, but those of you that know, know. Those of you that know, know. Those of you that know, know. You're so good, princess. I could ground the Scorch Beast pretty easily with this shotgun because of the Enforcer perk. I just have to kind of spray the Scorch Beast a couple times. I haven't been attacked recently. You've never been attacked at a workshop? Well, it happens to me. It happens to me sort of often. It's sort of like if I'm not ready for it, it'll happen. If I'm not always checking the map, you know, if I'm not actively looking at who's on my server, it will happen. There's a whole lot of people I avoid, and I don't play with them because they're cheaters and bad people. I know their names. I know I'll be attacked on those servers. How much time do I have? Just so you know, I don't play when the game is. I don't play when I'm not live. So this is all authentic, and I log out whenever I'm not playing. Okay, so this is all authentic. Ooh, the game's been out for years. So we're at 6,204 hours. Yeah, we're creeping up on them atoms. That should be 7,600 hours. Sorry, that should be 7,600 atoms, shouldn't it? 760. At least it's not 76. It's too much. Nope, they don't deserve it. Nope. Nope. Make them pay. Hey, Kat, so how you been recently? You're all caught up on that low-key? I thought that the person that played the He Who Remains did a wonderful job, don't you think? Fantastic. It was like ridiculous seeing this acting job. It's almost like seeing Heath Ledger do the Joker. Some horrible caricature of a human, but in a good way. Yeah. In a good way. Well, I, you know, did some stuff. Yeah, Loki was great. Loki was great. Yeah. And it really sets up everything with the multi. I loved the intro to the final episode. Oh, man. With the black holes and everything, and oh my gosh, the plaid-colored universe. Weird, 2001 Space Odyssey vibes, you know? That's awesome. What were people complaining about? They were complaining about... Oh, I know. People that know a lot about the comics, experts, they have expectations. They predicted it was going to be King the Conqueror, but they know everything about the guy, and they know everything about everything. And it doesn't match exactly. I don't care. I don't know a lick of anything. I don't know anything, and that's good. That's how it should be. Who's Wolverine? Wolverine, I don't know who that is. No, come on now. King the Conqueror. I thought it was great. Makes perfect sense. You see, I was kind of weirded out by the fact that it was just, what? It's a person, huh? But they made it make sense, you know? I'm really trying to understand how the whole timeline forks and everything. It's kind of a weird situation. Right? Because he said that the first, like, one of his variants in the 31st century discovered, not him, not specifically him, but yes, it was him, but not really him. He wasn't the first one. It was a different one, a variant of himself in the 31st century that discovered, right? Right? That discovered. Well, Kat, we were both talking about Langoliers. It's kind of funny that it really was the Langoliers. That Alioth equals the Langoliers. Kind of funny. Alioth is the Langoliers, but he's not made of hair and teeth. Kind of funny. Yeah. Yeah, so he was saying that in the 31st century, a variant of himself discovered that our universe was stacked with other universes, which means they were already split, okay? So I want you to consider, how does a new timeline form? How does a new universe... I'm saying timeline is all the same because it's time travel. The only way for... Because you can't hop to a different dimension. Think about this. At no point did they show... So, because if you really think about it, the TVA, they were just time traveling and space traveling within the sacred timeline. Okay? They weren't traveling down some side path. They were on the sacred timeline. That's all they ever do. They go to a point where there's a disturbance and they prune it on the sacred timeline. They don't go off on the side, okay? So the only way that a new tangent forms is if I go back to pre-established history and cause some butterfly effect thing. But if you don't time travel, there is no butterfly effect. You know, me rolling dice, it's all predicted because it already happened or something from the outside in. The TVA can see the entire timeline of the cosmic timeline, but they're in the cosmic timeline. I think they're sitting at the end or somewhere near on like some tangent space where they can see it. It's kind of a weird thing, but they're not hopping between dimensions. It's all space and time traveling and looping. Okay? Now, the other guy, he's sitting outside and he can see everything, but it's probably possible. Now, Ant-Man can travel between dimensions, probably, and so can Doctor Strange. And so can probably Scarlet Witch. You know? But there's no indication of being able to travel between dimensions within the Loki universe, as far as I can tell. Right? They're all just time traveling and space traveling. Because they're only concerned about that timeline, and the timelines already existed. So what? So here's a question: what made them split to begin with? Were they always split? You know? Did a bunch of stuff happen at the beginning? Kind of weird. They've been split forever. But I like it. I like the whole idea that it's inevitable that within 1,000 years this thing will happen. But once you set off the moves now, it happens near instantly because time is relative. It doesn't really matter. It's like a book being written really, really fast. You know? It's like if you have a room full of authors and then you tell them a couple ideas and they go off and write the book, well, there goes time. Oh, I also wanted to say, we were talking, I don't know, I was talking about the dolphin hybrids and everything. And I was looking at the scoreboard because I didn't look at it before. I didn't want to be spoiled. I was kind of, you know, but I was looking for specifically this guy, but I have to wait until rank 99, dang it. But besides that, this, look, it's a dolphin. It's a dolphin. It's a dolphin. Look. It's a porpoise. Look at him. It's all. Yeah. Almost done. You see how long this is taking? But I tell you what, this is going to be good for days. But I've been very productive in the game. I've been very, let's check the map. Been very productive in the game here. Super duper duper productive. I've been knocking out the daily quests and the public events. You have to do, I think, 20 public events per day. I think, maybe. If you get two whatever treasury notes per day. Show the weapon power against the queen. It should be normal, and it shouldn't be exploitive. It's hardly anything. It's hardly anything. I don't fight the queen. I don't enter somebody else's bomb because I consider that cheating. It's part of my rules. I don't trade with people, I don't use legacy weapons, and I don't enter somebody else's bomb. I don't want to be around all those legacy weapon users and all those cheaters. Yes. Yep. People are doing tons of public events. It's fantastic. As predicted. The F. The F you talking about, buddy? I don't enter a bomb if I didn't drop the bomb. Because it's a cheating. Because it's a cheating. Because it's a cheating. Yeah. You want to see my weapon damage versus the queen? Can you kill the queen in 30 seconds like I can with my garbage cheating weapons? That's sad that people have this standard for damage based upon cheating. You know? Give me my stack of 3,000 quantums and I'm good to go. All these cheaters. Oh my gosh. So, enjoy a Coke. So, to be honest, a couple weeks ago, I tried out my build versus the Queen solo, and it didn't turn out too hot. Because you're not supposed to do all that much damage to the Queen. Really. It's just, all you know, it's supposed to be sort of ridiculous. It's supposed to take a while with a bunch of people. Same thing, and I tried it with Earl. Earl wasn't bad. You know, I got him down like maybe 30%. It was bad, but whatever. He's scaring me all the time and whatever. Just as a general metric. Oh, what's my razor green purpose? Well, how much did I get? How much do you think I got? How much razor green do you think I got? Yeah, buddy. I got 4,000. Yeah, baby. I'll go down the coastline and get some dirty water. See, the goal is to get over 4,000, so I can have 1,000 razor grain flour. I want 1,000 razor grain flour. Razor grain flour provides the same AP over time as gumdrops, cotton candy bites, sugar, honey, you know, a bunch of stuff. 60 over 15 seconds. And it stacks with itself. You can stack it with itself. You go bloop, 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 and now you have 12 AP per second for 15 seconds. Amazing. Bloop, 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 bloop. You know, 16. Bloop, 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 bloop. 20. Amazing. Per second. Crazy. And I use a combination of razor green flour and Halloween candy for my AP because I'm on PC, and I assign typically the razor green flour to number 5 and the Halloween candy to number 8, and I spam them with my MMO gaming PC mouse.org that you can see right here. You know, I'm pressing with my thumb these numbers. You can't do it on console. It's for AP. Remember, I don't trade with people. I sell stuff, but I don't buy stuff from other people. And I never trade. And I give things away in trash cans and luggage. I figure if some vendor has some incredible deal on a big old stack of something, it might not be legit. You know? I haven't bought anything from a player vendor in a while. But when or if I do, it's small things that are overpriced. If I'm not getting ripped off, I'm suspect. I want to be ripped off.
I'm sore all over. Building this place up is hard work.
Yep. I'm just going down the coast, getting some sugar while we're at it. Yeah. This is going to last for several days. I was going to do this last night. I like to do this at late night because it's kind of a weird thing to do. It eats up all my time, but once I do it, it lasts for a while, you know? All this prep work.
This, fix that. It never seems to end.
Yeah. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Boop, ba, ba-doop, ba-doop. Boop, ba, boop, ba-doop, ba-da, boop. Yeah, we're almost there. Working our way down the road, getting the blisters and all. Boop, ba, boop, boop, ba-da, boop. Yep, yep, yeah. Okay. Slam. Slam. And slam. You got 5 people in your house? Should I call the FBI? Should I call the FBI on you, Misty? Violation. We got a hot one. Nuke it, baby. I'll get the GPS coordinates to your house. Put a tracker on top of your rooftop. Obliteration. Dude, is there a van out? Just for the heck of it, check outside your house. Is there like a van outside? There might be a van outside. Infrared cameras, counting the people and where they're going. Got a hot spot. Okay. A bit more. See, right now I'm going to need a ton of water. 1 ton. Dolphins! Isn't the porpoise over here somewhere? I think the porpoise is right over here. Porpoise, where are you? Porpoise Christie! You're on season 6 of Dexter? Nice. So now you're all into it, right? You into it now? You getting the flow of it?
Now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
Surprise, MF. That was hilarious. It's been a while since I've seen this show. Whatever his name is. He was always suspecting that Dexter is creepy. Well, I guess, you know, just anybody that would want to be a blood forensic analysis guy is a creepy kind of person. It was in there. I had to find it. It was around the corner, you know? That blew my ears out. Need a lot more dirty water. Sit with me for a while I gather some dirty water. Sing the song of my people. Here you go. Well, Ali Baba had them 40 thieves. Sherazade had 1,000 tales. But master you in luck cause up your sleeves. You got a brand of magic never fails. You got some power in your corner now. Some heavy ammunition in your camp. You got some punch, pizzazz, yahoo, and how? See, all you gotta do is rub that lamp. And I'll say, Mr. Aladdin, sir, what will your pleasure be? Let me take your order, jot it down. You ain't never had a friend like me. Life is your restaurant. And I'm your maitre d'. Come on, whisper what it is you want. You ain't never had a friend like me. Yes, sir. We pride ourselves on service. You're the boss. The king, the Shah. Say what you wish. It's yours, true dish. How about a little more baklava? Have some of column A, trial of column B. I'm in the mood to help you, dude. You ain't never had a friend like me. Your friends do this. Dear friends do that.
Yeah.
Dear friends pull this out their little hat. Can your friends go poof? Well, looky here. Can your friends go
abracadabra, let her rip, and just
and
make
then make the sucker disappear? So don't just sit there slack-jawed, buggy-eyed. I'm here to answer all your midday prayers. You got me bona fide, certified. You got a genie for your Shargood affairs. I got a powerful urge to help you out. So what y'all wish? I really want to know. You got a list that's 3 miles long, no doubt. Well, all you gotta do is rub like so. And oh, Mr. Aladdin, sir, have a wish or 2 or 3. I'm on the job, you big nabub. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend like me. You ain't never had a friend like ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da. There used to be a grain tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remained a drug that's the high and not the pill. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can be seen? Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave.
Yeah.
Ooh, the more I get of you, the stranger it feels. Yeah. And now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the gray. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da. There is so much a man can tell you, so much he can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain. Baby, to me you're like a growing addiction that I can't deny. What you tell me, is that healthy, baby? But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can be seen? Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the gray. Ooh, the more I get of you, the stranger it feels. Yeah. Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the gray. I've been kissed by a rose on the gray. I've been kissed by a rose on the gray. I've been kissed by a rose on the gray. I've been kissed by a rose on the gray. How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore, and a Scotsman dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot, in the Caribbean by Providence impoverished, in squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar? The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. By 14, they placed him in charge of a trading charter, and every day while slaves were being slaughtered and carted away across the waves, he struggled and kept his guard up. Inside, he was longing for something to be a part of. The brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or barter. Then a hurricane came, and devastation reigned.
A
Our man saw his
a
future dripping down the
drain.
drain, put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain,
brain,
and he wrote his first refrain,
a testament to his
pain. Well, the word got around, they said. This kid is insane, man. Took up a collection just to send him to the mainland. Get your education, don't forget from whence you came, and the world is gonna know your name. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton, and there's a million things I haven't done. But just you wait, just you wait. When he was 10, his father split, full of it, debt-ridden. 2 years later, see Alex and his mother bedridden, half dead sittin' in their own sick, the scent thick. And Alex got better, but his mother went quick. Moved in with a cousin. The cousin committed...
Yes, Kat, the treasure hunter mole miners are active. Last session, I titled the stream that, and I got a bunch. I got 12 of the dusty, 6 standard, and 2 ornate. I got a bunch over there in Morgantown, throughout the airport, at the power plants, all of them, you know, even inside like the coolant stack where all the steam is and everything. And yeah. Moving with the cousin committed suicide. Left with nothing but ruin. Pride, something new inside. A voice saying, Alex, you got a friend for yourself.
Suicide. Left him with nothing but ruin pride. Something new inside. A voice saying, Alex, you gotta fend for yourself. He started retreating and read in every treatise on the shelf. There would have been nothing left to do for someone less astute.
He would be dead or destitute
without a cent of restitution.
He started working,
clerking for his late mother's landlord, trading sugar cane and rum and all the things he can't afford,
scamming
for every book he can get his hands on, planning for the future. See him now as he stands on the bow of a ship headed for the new land. In New York you can be a new man. In New York you can be a new man. In New York you can be a new man.
Just you wait.
In New York, just you wait.
Alexander Hamilton.
Oh,
Alexander Hamilton.
we are waiting
in
in
the
the
wings
wings
for you.
for you.
Waiting in the wings for you. You could never back down.
You
You never
never
learned to take your time. Oh,
time.
Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. When America sings for you, will they know what you overcame? Will they know you rewrote your... Enough of that. The ship is in the harbor now. See if you can spot him.
Just you wait.
Another immigrant coming up from the bottom. Yeah. His enemies destroyed his rep. America forgot him. So sad. Razor green flower. Alright, we're almost there. Look at that. Bam. 913. We're getting there. That's 1 dose. 2 doses. Trace. We're almost done. Almost done. Bloop. When America sings for you. So, in case you didn't know, in this week's Inside the Vault, if you're still watching, there's some news about some new update coming in September, probably related to PvP. It's a new feature. A brand new feature. To give you more ways to enjoy Fallout 76. That sounds like a big deal. That doesn't sound like extra inventory weight to me. Or inventory capacity. It doesn't sound like a, larger camp size. It sounds like a whole new ball of flim flam. Yes. That's a big deal. Oh! They said that next week they're going to put out more information about what the heck they're talking about. Next week. So stay tuned next week. It's a big deal. Next week, new feature revealed. Big time. Right in the belly hole. But that's all they said. But I'm guessing it has to do with PvP. Because that's when, nuclear winter's over. But it's right around the corner, And they're keeping it a big fat secret. Here, I'll show you. They're keeping it a secret. Anyways, right here. It's a hidden sentence. Buried deep within these words, within these symbols, there's knowledge. So right here, are you ready? Now that these new quests and features are available, we're looking ahead toward our next major Fallout 76 update, which we're currently targeting for release in September. We haven't yet discussed what's in store with the September update, but it'll include a significant new feature that gives players even more variety in how they choose to experience Fallout 76. They're going to reopen the public test server this month. Community can dive into the feature, sharing feedback. They can't share details yet. Keep an eye out on the website. Yeah, so. Oh my gosh. Well, maybe not next week. Maybe Anna. You want to collect this scummy stuff, okay? It's really important. So today I learned that when you have two different bodies of water with different levels of surface tension, the lower surface tension wants to travel up towards the higher surface tension. So if you have particles or like a bunch of dust covering your water, like hair and skin covering your water, and you're pouring something into that, this thing doesn't have anything because you're pouring it. You know, this higher surface tension, you pour it in, it creates a weird zone, and this dust can travel up the thing into your container. And that's how babies are born. Probably. To be honest. Alright. Boom. Oh boy, thank you, me, for doing this right now. A bunch of razor green flour up in the house. We did it, everybody. Now I have the razor green flour as nature intended. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. 1,370. All right. That's done. The cool thing is my power armor is getting good. It's getting good. I made some earlier and I got like the ammo weight reduction, which is not the worst thing. It's kind of cool. I got bolstering, food and drink weight reduction. Explosive damage reduction. It's getting good. It's getting gooder. Weapon weight reduction, but it's Vanguard. That's the only bad part, you know, the fact that it's a weapon weight reduction, which is what I really want. I'll have to make another piece or something. And this piece. Yeah. Yeah, you're doing the daily up right now, Kat, on Facebook. The uplink in the Galleria with the robots, Melee. Yeah. I did it earlier. And I had to restart. I did it solo. Remember, the key to it is pouncing. You have to hide in the corner and wait for the enemies to get closer, because if you're shooting them, then they'll just be... I think you're dying because they're not dying. That's probably why. You're dying because they're not dying. Normally, damage mitigation occurs as you kill the enemy. There's less enemies attacking you, you know? Yeah. Yeah. But with that... Especially at the Galleria. The Galleria sucks for this purpose because all those robots on phase 1, they're all the way down the hallway. And you're trying to shoot them. You either have to run down there, getting out of the radio zone, or you just stand there. But what you have to do is you have to break line of sight and make them come towards you. If you're in a team, it's kind of hard to coordinate that because half your team ain't going to be doing that. And I got a bunch of fusion cores last session. Last session was good. That was the real session. This is the second session, okay?
Eyes on the ground, find enough wood to rekindle the fire. When I turn around, there's no light to guide my way back to camp.
Well, I'm happy I did
Too
that.
far, or the campfire has gone out, drenching all the scouts in the dark.
I'll be happier once I do the Monster Mash event.
I'm so sorry to interrupt the
So, once I do the Monster Mash event, I might be ending the stream.
Protocol says we do. My protocol is pulling up a missing camper flag.
Cannonball.
Now, I'm almost certain I counted everyone correctly.
Yeah.
But we should be thorough just in case. If we can't find their shadow camper, let's look for traces they may have left behind. And remember the buddy system.
Occult tomes. For Pet Rock over here. Oh, yeah. Everyone's dying. Good. Good. As it should be, pig.
Thanks for your efforts, everyone. Now, I found a holotape in this misplaced bed. I hope that this will explain what's going on.
It was easy to slip away when the fire went out. Easier than I thought. Right about now, the rest of the scouts will be scared out of their minds.
But see, well, the breaking line of sight thing only really works if your whole team does it. If your whole team does it, so basically, if the enemy sees you, they'll shoot you. If the enemy shoots you, they're not really moving. Sometimes they shoot and they move, but typically, if they're shooting, they're not moving. Until you break line of sight and then move forward. You know? So if they're shooting you, they're not moving.
Something got my camp counselor.
If they're shooting anybody, they're not moving. If anybody's exposed from your team, you know, anybody. But it's sort of like it's just about pouncing long enough or breaking line of sight long enough for the enemy to expose themselves. We're all sharing now, huh? We're all sharing now, huh? That's right. I can talk. I can talk the whole time. Yeah. I like that satisfying landing in the air. Whenever I don't have that, it feels like something's wrong.
I know a guy who can fix that.
You know, I know a guy that can fix that. I know a couple ladies that'll break it even worse. Ba-doom-doom. So I made my camp yesterday. I spent 7 hours yesterday, or more. I spent a very long, let's say 9 hours yesterday making my camp, and then I spent a couple more hours today modifying the camp. I wanted to make a Brotherhood of Steel camp thing. And it's still a work in progress. Like, I'm waiting for that red rocket collectron. Right over here. Hail and welcome to my camp. Please peruse my wares and spend your money, beast. Spend your money, beast. Echo. See, I took over the road. I got this it's all Brotherhood of Steel themed, and I was trying to avoid all the goofy stuff, so I'm sticking with the earthier colors, you know, earthier, deeper, bold colors. They're nothing too bright and crazy. Just reds, browns, you know, dark blues, stuff like that. Rust, but not too rust, because that'd be Raider. Raider is all rusty. Brotherhood of Steel is more barrier-esque, defensive position-ish, you know. Thingy thing, lasers. I got my side gates, side flims, and the other side flims. And other side flims. Okay. Yeah, see?
Listen, it's your floors that you're bleeding all over, but I'd be happy to help if you need it.
Not today, buddy. Brotherhood of Steel. Little lab in the corner, yeah. Hey, buddy, what you working on? Glucose can be used immediately to provide energy for metabolism or growth, or stored later by being converted to a starch polymer.
Apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Because I could read that.
Just a lie spread by orchard lobbyists.
Yeah, you got sugar, the glucose converted, you know, right there, C6H12, O6 plus the, yeah, yeah, wavelength, absorbance, light, yeah, fertilizer, compounds, and so forth. So I got this new staircase. It has 3 different styles. I like it. And got my little garage unit. So now I'm just waiting for the Monster Mash event, and I'll be doing a couple other things. Yeah, let me show you the staircase a bit more. It's on the scoreboard. It has this red. See, it's pretty cool. Kind of colored. And there's also, oh gosh. Let me show you the other ones. This is like a log cabin style. See, it's rounded pillars, like a log cabin. Pretty cool. It's not just like a skin or a color, it's a whole different type of object. And this right here is a Guild of Antiquities. Very nice. Very, very sleek and modern and trendy. Ooh, look at that pole. This is nice. See that wood pattern? Nice. Ooh-wee! Woo!
Just a little more rest.
You see this trick I did where I made the rug connect this gap because see how you have this slanted wall. The trick. Otherwise you'd have a gappy poo. There's not many options for that. I mean, I could put like some hay bales, some tires, you know. I could put a weird foundation thing and a floor and a million things. It is slightly floating, but you can't really tell. And this is the new Brotherhood of Steel skin. It's really cool. It's like cement. I thought it might be bad and like too cementy, but it's nice. See, like the door frame is nice. This laser door is something else, but this door frame is nice. And this material is pretty cool. I combined it with the glass for this little effect. Spinal column. Defense. And here's the display case. Oh boy. Okay, oh yeah. The gas station. Did you see this thing? The stash box is so cool. I love free lights, you know? I love free sources of light that don't cost power or subtract against your light limit. And this is one of them. And it has a cool sound effect. Ooh. That's so cool. I just put a bunch of stuff here just for a second because I didn't want to leave it empty. This is where the red rocket collectron's going to go. I'm going to change things a bit whenever I get the other objects. I'm going to make it seem like this is a service station for the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm just waiting until rank 99. And I didn't want to leave this empty, you know? So I had to put something in there.
Note to self.
Yeah, so it has these walls with the windows.
But
these walls with the slat.
long term,
It has these interesting half walls.
long term. That's wishful thinking, Solomon.
And yeah. Good thing I caught that. I don't know if that'll work. Will it? Okay, good. I just want to make sure I didn't touch. Yeah, baby. I like it like this. I like it like this. I think I should put this towards the window so that you can see that green panel from the window, you know? Maybe. It's nice being restricted to certain cosmetic styles, because I have all kinds of crazy stuff, you know? I think my favorite free light is that. Good free light. Okay. These doors are a cool free light. You can see them when you line yourself up just right.
Apple better keep the doctor away from my ass. Just the lies spread by orchard lobbyists.
I like it. Zip. I have those blinking lights, the strobe light for a marker. So it's, I don't want to be bombed. I don't want to be bombed when the California division of the Brotherhood of Steel shows up and the elders start saying, "Where's my girlfriend? Where's Romani? She owes me favors." And I say, "I took care of her." "Then I'm taking it from you," is what they say. And they say, "No." And they take me, and then they make me do stuff. Gross. See, I'm trying to insert the glass more often. I put that little window there. See, it's like a little air vent, half wall thing. Whatever. Oh, you got the mine shelter. That's cool. Okay. Is it large inside? I like how half the base is open and then the other half is all closed off. Alright. Okay, I'm about to go. Right now. I'll sell those.
Note to self. Bloodleaf appears to have restorative properties, but any long-term side effects? Long-term.
So all I really want
That's
to do
what you're
now
thinking, Solomon.
is the Monster Mash. And it's nice to do a couple extra public events so that tomorrow won't be as bad, even though I'll be playing all day. Well, I'll be in good shape for a while with this Razor Grain Flower. I was in bad shape for a while because I've had no AP for the past couple of days. I've been kind of suffering on rock bottom flimflams and just being more efficient. That's why I was using Green Reaper Sprint for the past couple of days. Can you play the drums, Cat? I know you can play 85 other instruments. I think if you play the drums, you're automatically cooler. You know what I mean? It's like a whole personality. It's like a whole personality thing behind the drums. You know, you're like super funky all of a sudden. Come on. It's like, it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of effort the whole time. You're like a machine. They are very cool people. Not as cool as ukulele people. Alright. I'll be right back. If you have to leave, I understand. I'll be right back. Have a good day if you have to leave. Or night.
More yardsticks. Make for great splints.
Okay. Craft legendaries with modules. Sell to NPC vendors. Daily quests. Workshop conquest. Lucky hole mine. Power plants. Farm fusion cores. Public events. XP run. Toxic goo harvest. Rebuild camp. Move camp. Repair armor. Repair weapons. Craft ammo. Lift weights. Sleep. Play music. Stock refrigerators. Stock vendors. Transfer items between characters. Bury Mentat run. Dump caps at vendor if over 20,000. U.S. requisition holotape. Garahan building farm. Reputation root farm. Iron or South Ash heap. Multiply crops at workshop. Purified water at workshop. Tanagra town crickets. Faction dailies. Spend gold. Razorgrain flower farm. Scorch beast farm. Grafton monster farm. Sheepsquatch farm. Convert ammo at the ammo converter. Deathclaw farm. Snalligaster farm. Tarberry farm. Flatwood siltbeam. Check keyword status. Nuke Findingo Colossus for a cursed weapon. Sugar Run. Nuka-Cola Farm. Concrete. Late at Monorail. Abandoned Bog Town secret floor. Farm mole miners for aluminum. Top of the world aluminum farm. Ski poles. Enclave code piece. Keycard search. Somerville Bookhouse. Watoga High School plastic farm. Chem farm. Enclave events. Wood farm. Dogwood farm. Smelt ore. Smelt spoiled vegetables and fruit. Cook food close to spoiling. Mirelurk egg farm. Mothman egg farm. Nuka-Cola factory farm. Sunshine Well farm. Daily ops. Get a high bounty by picking locks. Lure player to camp with a high bounty to force vendor transactions. Hunt down wanted players. Honey farm. Convert perks into coins. Purchase lunchboxes with gold. Harvest flux from a legitimate nuke. Purchase gold with treasury notes. Purchase gold with caps from Smiley. Stock Nuka-Cola vending machine. Candy bowl and punch bowl. Refine camp and workshop blueprints. Craft legendaries with modules. Sell to NPC vendors. Daily quests. Workshop conquest. Lucky hole mine. Power plants. Farm fusion cores. Public events. XP run. Toxic goo harvest. Rebuild camp. Move camp. Repair armor. Repair weapons. Craft ammo. Lift weights. Sleep. Play music. Stock refrigerators. Stock vendors. Transfer items between characters. Bury Mentat run. Dump caps at vendor if over 20,000. U.S. requisition holotape. Garahan building farm. Reputation root farm. Iron or South Ash heap. Multiply crops at workshop. Purified water at workshop. Tanagra town crickets. Faction dailies. Spend gold. Razorgrain flower farm. Scorch beast farm. Grafton monster farm. Sheepsquatch farm. Convert ammo at the ammo converter. Deathclaw farm. Snalligaster farm. Tarberry farm. Flatwood siltbeam. Check keyword status. Nuke Findingo Colossus for a cursed weapon. Sugar Run. Nuka-Cola Farm. Concrete. Late at Monorail. Abandoned Bog Town secret floor. Farm mole miners for aluminum. Top of the world aluminum farm. Ski poles. Enclave code piece. Keycard search. Somerville Bookhouse. Watoga High School plastic farm. Chem farm. Enclave events. Wood farm. Dogwood farm. Smelt ore. Smelt spoiled vegetables and fruit. Cook food close to spoiling. Mirelurk egg farm. Mothman egg farm. Nuka-Cola factory farm. Sunshine Well farm. Daily ops. Get a high bounty by picking.
Okay. So hopefully I'll run into some random mole miner.
eat some corn soup here for a second. Okay.
It would be great if I could find some heirloom seeds for broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Just in case we need more greens to complain about.
Okay. Okay. I'll go do load bearing. I'll just do a bunch of public events until Monster Mash shows up. And once I'm done with Monster Mash, I'm done. But you're gonna see how much more effective I am with AP. For this event, I actually really like this event. I like the whole idea. I would say anything involving mining is very much a Fallout 76 thing. Whoa, right on time. Move! I'll protect you! Run! Yay! Yay! Run!
This area does reveal salvage, but well-equipped trained personnel can recover. Civilians should remain clear while the bells ring.
Run! Run! No! I'm getting out of here. No! Run! I don't think she made it. I don't think she made it. I was telling her to run. She got buried alive in her little dress. What's that? Oh no. No! No! I warned you. I warned you something fierce. We'll do this Distant Thunder event. This one's pretty easy. A bunch of scorched out in the field. It wants you to use a recon scope to mark the targets, or you just kill them.
Automated flash warning. Mass of scorch reported in your vicinity. Have forward observer use recon scope for Defiance artillery strike. At Victoria.
Target acquired.
My teammates are low level. Scum. I lost my ups. One of my old camp spots, right? Yep. I had a camp right here, you know. This was like the entrance. This was the entrance. Water purifier back there. It's a decent spot. Some nice water. Alright, we're doing the Enclave event. I'm such a busy person. Once you manage to get all of your daily quests done, it's not that bad. You just have to do a couple, you know. I have to do the Vox Interpreter quest again. I just did it earlier. I believe that thing's full of juice. I hear you. Out of my way. I hear you. I hear you. Come to me. Did anybody get anything new from the pails? Have you opened up your pails yet? Oh, it's gonna be so exciting. Because this new gear I got, I should be more effective. My ammo weighs less and everything. Yeah. Yeah. This is what death looks like, human. This is what death looks like, human. Yeah. It's party time. I got the weapons. I got the ammo. I got the AP. I got everything that I need. Left leg. For tea time, I like to wait and kind of do it halfway through the whole thing. It takes so long. Standing around. I mean, tea time's good if you're a carnivore and you need like ants and stuff like that. Or you know, red ant lager. There's a couple bugs, sting wing. That's good for strength, I think. Whatever. Yeah. Not good. Over encumbered. Okay. Let me go over here for a second before I push deeper. Good thing we have the survival tent with the workbench on it. I can get back to stepping. Normally I can survive with my carry weight up until the church. But, you know. Yay! It was the best weapon in the world. The best weapon in the world. Ah! Beautiful. D-E-A-U-T. See, when I have AP, And ammo. It's a good day. Yes, I finished the Brotherhood quest on the first day. It was a good day. It was a really good. It was a good, exciting stream full of nice decisions and intrigue. It was a good stream. It was a good day. It was a good day. I am a knight errant. I love the fact that, again, it gives you credit for what you've done. Like, your character already knows the answer, or you do skill checks. It's pretty cool. Rooster Cogburn, I just did some legendary crafting a second ago, and I re-rolled more of my power armor again. I'm focusing on getting my power armor good. My weapons right now are pretty good, and I'll just rely on some random drop. So I'm not going to be focusing on that right now. For melee, I realize it's too hard to try to grind and re-roll for a melee because I want weapon attack speed, and that's really hard to get if you want it. You know? For weapons, there's so many other combinations of good things that are possible that's more likely. And same thing with armor, there's a lot of good combinations out there besides needing one thing. For example, I want weapon weight reduction, but I don't need it. But I need weapon attack speed for melee. But I re-rolled a couple just now, and I got some. It's not so much an improvement, but you know, junk item weight reduction, cryo weight resistance, that I just re-rolled, and ammo weight reduction, hunters. Those two items. So I got junk weight reduction and ammo weight reduction basically, and then some cryo resistance and some damage resistance from animals, so Yagwai. So all in all, it's an improvement. You know? Oh. I killed her. I didn't know it was going to happen, but I said what I had to say. Well, I figured that it might come to it, but you know, it goes hostile. I killed her. I killed her good. I took a picture of her dead face, close up, at an angle, as intended.
Please proceed to next point.
And I high-fived Shin. And we had a party back at Atlas. People were gathering around, sharing punch, telling stories.
Scanning. Survey complete. Resource drop. Authorized. Please clear the area.
It was satisfying. It was a good fight. Yeah. Oh, you try to be neutral? Well, Kat, so what about the scientists? They are definitely going to continue their research. They're not done. They're not done with the research. They'll do it right under your nose. Are they alive still? I don't know what happens to the scientists. Are we done here? Check the map, check the thing. There is, baby. Do the thing with the other people, yeah. Am I gonna do something? I know that some people are taking their favorite weapon and re-rolling it a bunch of times. But my favorite weapons happen to be the Gauss shotgun. And I've already re-rolled it a bunch of times. And the Gauss minigun, I've already re-rolled that thing a bunch of times because that's how it works.
I'm so pleased to announce that the boilers here at the giant
Oh, that's cool that they're
full again.
Well, it's cool that you get to talk to them still. They're at Atlas. That's pretty cool.
Bubbling up shortly.
I've come to help you.
Fancy a nice cuppa, the more the merrier.
Come to help. Point me at the bugs. Yeah. I'm getting these rank. Boo and the boo. Boo, 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 boo. I've also been streaming a couple other games, but I stopped sort of whenever the new update came. I was streaming World of Warcraft for a bit, and Warcraft 3, which is like the prequel story to World of Warcraft, was RTS, you know. And this chivalry game, you might have seen me play it, the battle cries and the sword play, and this other knight game called Kingdom Come Deliverance that I need to play more of. It was just it's super technical and kind of boring. It'd be cool to play on the side, but I don't know about, I might continue it, I don't know. But the Chivalry 2 was like a first-person, third-person swordplay thing. Pretty awesome, very visceral and bloody and horrible. Battle cries and siege warfare awesomeness. Recommended by Mike Brew. Show yourselves, beasts! Show yourselves! Thank you. Is it cross-platform? I don't think so. No, and it's kind of weird too to even play with somebody. It's kind of hard to play with somebody. I was playing with Mike, but it was only through like a server thing. I had to go down to the server list, and he had to go to the same one. I don't know if it's close. I don't think it is. Maybe it is. I can make it. Huh? Huh? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. The answer is crossplay in Chivalry 2 does exist, but the matchmaking sucks. You can currently play matches together across PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, but not as a group. So that's sort of like what I was saying vaguely, where it was kind of hard where we had to join the same server on the side. There's like a server list, and you just had to choose the same exact server, and now you're in. It's just kind of hard to coordinate anything. But I guess you have like some third-party chat thing or whatever. But yeah. I don't know if you'd like it. It's kind of weird. I mean, it'll be nice if there was more of a game to it. It's just multiplayer. Like, it's only multiplayer. There's no, like... There's no game besides Start. Or 40 versus 40, epic battle. 20 versus 20. You know, like... It's sort of like Star Wars. Battlefront 2 has no actual game. It's only multiplayer. And they have some good training simulations and whatever, but there's no actual game there. Where's the game? It's all multiplayer. And it has a certain number of maps. And I like the Siege Warfare, but it would be nice if there was something in the background. But I guess I think the problem is it makes for too much of a spectrum of ability and gear across the board with different people. But if it's all PvP, then everybody's pretty much the same. Sort of. High five, Shin. No! 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 And Monster Mash. Nope. Come on.
This is a Level 2 nuclear alert. Repeat, this is a Level 2 nuclear alert.
Warcraft 3 is always fun. It's sort of like StarCraft 2 or Command & Conquer or whatever. It's a real-time strategy game, isometric top-down view. You know, you control the army. You act as a commander or the overlord or the overseer, commander sort of thing, general guy, overseeing the battlefield. And you have a command center and little worker bees and resources. The workers get the resources and they build the buildings.
Hazmat teams are en route.
You know?
Please remain indoors and await further instructions.
You kill the bad guys.
This is a warden of Eastern Regional Penitentiary. I'm most notorious inmate, Mad Dog Malone. And broken free.
I feel like this guy's talking in slow motion, don't
If
you?
you own a firearm and can hear this, make your way to Grafton Dam and attempt to subdue him. I need him taken alive.
Huh?
I will make an example of him to all the other prisoners.
Is he done yet?
My marshals take care of transporting him back here.
Okay, good.
This is Captain Bear. Of course, you know, who else would it be? Seems another body has been discovered at Bristol. Can't afford to box.
What's up with those audio recordings? I'm trying to talk to you,
Them at the battlefield
and they keep talking over me. Are you done talking? Anyways, you know, you have like your army, and it's like a thing over time, and you have these buildings. I'm talking about Warcraft 3, which is a real-time strategy game. You know, little armies and stuff. Resources across the map. You expand your base. You get numerous bases, and you form a little army going back and forth patrolling. And then you make new buildings, and the new buildings produce new units, and then you upgrade your units with a different building. You know, you build a blacksmith, and you upgrade your troopers' ranged abilities and everything, and you get your spellcaster from that building. But you can't get that building until you get that building. So it's like you have to build these buildings, you know, defenses and everything, a defensive tower, stuff like that. Different rules for different races, how they can build, what they need, and like that. So it's like a big old thing, you know. And in Warcraft 3, it's slightly different because there's also a hero. There's also a hero involved. So you have your typical, normally, like in StarCraft, you'd have your command center, you build your SCVs, the SCVs go harvest the minerals and the Vespene gas, and then you go build a barracks and some farms and a tower and an engineering bay and then a factory and then a starport, and then you get some tanks out, and then you get some troopers out, you get some aircraft out, and then more things and another base, and you convoy over, and so forth. But in Warcraft 3, it has all that sort of stuff with exotic units because it's Warcraft. And you have 4 different races. You have humans, you have the Horde, you have the undead, and you have the Night Elves. Interesting. And they all have their different stuff. The Night Elves have living buildings or trees.
Unit.
The undead have to build on this rotten ground thing.
Under law enforcement code. It is now. Good
and
luck.
There's a hero unit that you level up during your gameplay, and there's NPCs out there in the field, which is very strange to have NPCs out there in the field, but there are some, and you go get them, and they will drop a little tiny item for your hero, and then your hero gets stronger within the battle. So you're doing your typical base building, but you have to worry about this hero that you have to level up the whole time. You have to kind of take him around the map and level up. In the other games, you don't have to do that. You don't have to level up something. There is nothing to level up with XP. So it's interesting. And then sometimes, whenever I play World of Warcraft, and I do the epic 40 versus 40 battleground stuff, it feels very much like I'm playing Warcraft 3. And they're very similar games. It's amazing how similar the thing is. It's like the same thing, but dramatically higher scale in World of Warcraft, but it's interesting. For example, World of Warcraft, you know what that's all about. You got some PvP, sure, whatever. Now, in the PvP, you have this big old crazy map, and on the map, on one of them, Wintergrasp, you have these buildings where you could produce vehicles. And those buildings are the same sort of building that you would have in Warcraft 3. Same title, probably. And they produce the same thing, like a catapult or a demolisher thing. Or a siege vehicle. It's the same exact design, the same model. It's amazing. But instead of you looking down at the map, seeing a building, you click on it, you say, I want to build that, click, 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 rally, go there. You are a first person doing it yourself, and you walk in the building, and you choose to summon a vehicle, and then you climb inside of it, and you drive it. And it's just so cool. Oh, there's 3 here. There's 3. There's 3 here. Or 2. I just think it's cool because it's the same stuff. And the scale is similar, you know? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm blind. Uranium fever is doing all kinds of stuff. Who's on the roof? Soul Train. Yeah. And I really, I would say I might enjoy the PvP in World of Warcraft the most out of any other PvP. You know? Maybe. There's other games I enjoyed, but all around, pretty awesome. It's pretty fair. I just like what's going on. I like the objective-based PvP. It's really cool. There's different maps. And you have these, like I said, the 40 versus 40 epic battleground thing. I mentioned that Wintergrasp thing, but you got these modes, and they're really cool. Everybody has their own abilities. Everybody's working together properly. It's a lot of people. You know, it's a lot of people. It's like a whole army, and it's crazy. You have to kind of like be right outside of the range before you die. It's a game where you're dancing on the edge. Oh boy. So I have to get out of here. I have to go drop this stuff off. I don't want to claim this workshop. I could drop it off over here actually, or I could break it down here at the workbench. Yeah. Let's get the heck out of here. Alrighty. Checking for the monster mash. No. Okay, let's go do the Uranium Fever event. Yay!
Extraction process initiated. Keep away from extraction units while operational. Hostile trespassers detected. Employees are encouraged to remove trespassers before damage to extractor units occurs.
There's a new zombie mode, so I might reinstall that. Yeah, so I might install it, but after reinstall it and blah blah blah. I don't know. Okay, so I was saying earlier in the stream we were talking about the whole marble thing. Zombie mode for the Cold War. It's called it's part of Cold War is what it said. It's called something. I think I heard the word outbreak, but it's something like where the orb moves. It's a moving orb thing with waves of zombies and it's supposed to be intense. I saw some vague ad on Twitter, but I'm not really sure the details. Hey there, Marty137.org. How's it going? What legendary effects am I going for? Well,
detecting terminated management personnel. Remove this individual from the premises.
over here. Over here. A bunch of stuff. I'm not really too picky right now, Marty. I'm really just trying to get better power armor. My weapons and everything are already pretty good. I can get some better stuff. But, for melee, pretty much anything with attack speed and one of the new attributes would be fine. I'd like to build a new build around one of the new attributes once I get everything matching, you know. But it has to have attack speed. So beyond that, I don't care. And then for the power armor, just I would like to get full bolstering with weapon weight reduction.
Uranium volume
And then maybe for
output quantity increased.
the action point refresh would be nice. Be great. Or even like the action point collection after every kill is always nice as well. But yes, so I'm really just trying to focus on making my power armor I'm using right here better, so I keep re-rolling it. I made a few pieces okay so far. I'll leave him alive if you want to attack him. I left him alive.
Detecting terminated management personnel. Remove this individual from the premises.
Yeah. Whee.
Adequate uranium volume extracted and processed. Output
I'm
quantity
gonna start using my
increased.
flares. I'm leaving them alive for you. Leaving them alive for you. Okay. Oh boy.
Detecting terminated management personnel. Remove this individual from the premises.
Over here. 3-star.
Adequate uranium volume extracted and processed. Output quantity increased.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, 43 seconds. I'm gonna start looting now. Time to loot. Hits have a chance to generate a stealth field. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. That'd be really interesting during the decryption mission because they might lose sight of you while you're shooting them.
Extraction complete. Extractors must complete cleaning and ventilation process before
I
continuing
like to loot a bit
operation.
early.
Please vacate.
So much. So much. Yay. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I got my third build today. And I'll probably set it to a non-power armor build. I set it to like a melee build, but whatever. I'd rather have something more dramatic. I just set it to insider, martial artist, and no adrenaline. This weapon's about to break. I might as well keep going until it breaks. Yeah, sure. You should come back here and get all the stuff. Yo, Josh, how's it going? I feel bad about all the people in South Africa right now. Thank you. Easy. Oh boy. Jump scare. Cool. Hey, catch you later, cat. Peace out. Thank you for spending some time. Enjoy your night. All the stuff we have to do. Having a good time. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Good thing I have this Master Infiltrator perk on. Alright. Yep. So, hey there, Josh. What rank? I'm like 50 something. I was just thinking that what are the odds that the Loki show was all about variants, and the variant Loki was called a variant. It's all about getting variants, and right now variants are very topical because of the Delta variant. It's kind of weird. They all call him variant. Hey, variant. You know, it's kind of weird. Disney. But my score, rank 53.
Retake. Detection error. System is currently offline. Authorization denied. Until process is
Break it all down. Yeah. All those bullets doing nothing. See here? Good thing I checked before logging off. Look at all this stuff.
at your service, sir.
Perfect. All this stuff. All the alcohol, all the meat.
At your service,
All
sir.
this corn soup.
May I be of
Yeah.
assistance?
Get rid of half the water. A little more than half. Cool.
Serve and protect.
All the alcohol. There we go. Over here, buff tents, bunch of garbage. There you go. Almost done.
At your service, sir.
Yeah. Oh, do I know about the rewards for, like, once the season's complete? No. I don't know. And I don't really want to know. I don't want to look forward to anything. Whatever it is better than nothing. That's what I'm going to say. I'm about to end the stream, people. About to end the stream. Yay, I get to end the stream. I was waiting for Monster Mash. Once this event is over, I'm done with the stream. Okay? It's live for 8 hours earlier.
Teachers and students to Watoga High School's annual Monster Mash. Please gather in the commons and await your instructions.
So tomorrow is going to be awesome.
Teachers,
because I
race
have
to find the monster
over
mask.
1,000
After
razor
you
grain.
get it, run from the students. As you flee, candy will fall from holes in the mask. Be sure to collect as much as possible. The more candy you collect, more supplies
See
you
how
will
good
be
the shotgun
awarded
is?
from next
Ooh,
year's discretionary budget. There are also stashes of candy hidden around the school. Find them and fill the mask. Students, you must chase and hit the monster mask with your baseball bats like a piñata.
Yeah.
You can keep any candy that falls out of
I'm
the
gonna
mask,
open up this
or
curtain.
you can make the smart choice and turn it in for prizes.
Yeah, probably Adams.
And
Probably
remember, this is the
eventually,
only time
once
it
in
is
a blue
permitted to hit
moon,
a
perk
teacher while on
comes,
school
maybe
grounds,
perk
and
pack. So let's just say,
the one wearing
what
the mask.
could it be? Perk
On
clones,
your marks.
perk pack,
Get ready!
lunch boxes,
Go!
carry weight booster, perfect bubblegum. Yeah, perfect bubblegum, the carry weight booster. Sugar-free Nuka Shine, right? a bunch of that garbage. You get 1 repair kit, 1 scrap kit. Congratulations. Right? So I expect a bunch of that stuff with the occasional perk pack once in a blue moon. That's what I expect. Oh yeah. And items. And caps. And maybe even script. 15 script. Hey, even modules and cores. Because they're also on the scoreboard this time. Modules and cores. Probably those two. I'm in a big hurry. I would like to get about 1,000 candy if I could. I don't think I will though, but if I'm good, I will. Got 2 more rounds. I have razor green flour. And I think I have to go into my own shelter today. Oh no. Yeah, I think I have to go into my own shelter today. Okay. Oh no. It's weird how Vault Steel is hardly ever used, but it's still available. Yeah, so I want to wish you all a good day, night. Whenever this event is over, that's what I'm doing with the stream. So this event is going to last for another 10 or 12 minutes. Well, that's the only way to repair the Strangleheart armor? Yeah. Well, I knew it was used to make it, but you have to use it to repair it? Well, that's extreme. That was a big time waster, and a lot of these guys are hitting me. See, I don't know if you actually lose any candy. I know that when they hit you, you lose candy, but if you loot their body after you kill them after they hit you, you get candy. But do you lose any candies? You know?
Please gather in the commons and wait for the next
there
round
any
of the
extra
Monster
loss to
Mash
this
to
candy
begin.
here?
If you have candy from the previous round, you can turn it in at the smart vending machine for prizes. Make the smart choice. Reminder, teachers grab the mask. You will collect candy falling out of the mask. And you should find buckets of candy hidden around the school to refill the mask. Students, hit the monster mask like a piñata and collect candy that flies out.
That's what I'm saying.
Get ready!
You'd think it'll be used again.
Go!
If you have the Strangler Heart armor, and if it takes that, then something else should take it, or something, or they'll convert all of your existing, like, eventually they might just convert it over to something else, because they let you get it, and a person might just be buying it just in case, you know? A person that doesn't know it's only used for a couple of things, like the solar armor, right? Only used for a couple of things. Because it was tied to a raid. Oh, you know what? There's this new mode coming out in September. And maybe you'll get Vault Steal from that. There's some new thing coming out. Remember, I don't know if you heard me, but I read the Inside the Vault today, and they're talking about some new mode with new features that they don't want to talk about, or not so much mode, but some new features. A new way to play and enjoy Fallout 76. But they're being very vague about it, so maybe you get some Vault Steal from that, huh? I don't know. I'm just thinking because the only way to get it before was from the raid, and that was a really hard raid. The Vault raid. Not like the Vault raid. I don't mean like the Wastelanders raid where you have to raid the vault. I'm talking about the raid that they used to have. The separate raid thing with all kinds of steps. It had 3 different parts, 1 part per week. It was really cool. Vault 94, right? I think. It's now just used for the daily op location. Going with the GEC, the Garden of Eden creation kit. Garden of Eden vines and the Strangler Heart garbage. So, I think, you know what? I think, well, maybe they'll introduce the Vault raid again or something. Just make it less complicated. It sort of replaced that concept with daily ops. And, well, we don't know what expeditions are going to be, but we know that they're going to be on a different map. It's on a different map. So, whatever that is. It could be a raid-style event. It could be like a raid, and you know, a multi-phased thing that takes hours to complete. Maybe. What do you think the expeditions will consist of? Any ideas? Well, for one, we know it's a different map, okay? And you think it'll involve the Brotherhood of Steel? There's a vertibot, you know, and you're flying somewhere. It's an expedition. So who are you going on the expedition with? It's not your idea. It's some NPC's idea. And it wouldn't be the responders. Maybe. There's some people in the Foundation that are from the pit. Like that family. I'm glad to be out of the pit. They complain about it. So, maybe there's a quest involving them. There has to be a quest involving them. Yeah. Well, all I know is that if that family doesn't have some sort of quest, and they've been complaining about the pit the whole time, I'll be upset. Oh, you're going to the pit? Have fun. Hey, while you're there, can you pick up my old diary from my old house? You know? Hey, can you pick up my typewriter so I can write these stories? I don't know, something weird. Can you go to my old house? Since you're going. Yeah, back then I wasn't using power armor. I didn't have a Secret Service armor because it didn't exist. My radiation protection was much lower, and you know, my build was way worse than it is now. And that was a long time ago, and I've grown so much, and I'm so much stronger
The
now.
next round of the Monster Mash to
I'm
begin.
so much stronger than I was
If you have candy
back
from
then.
the previous round, you can turn it in at the smart vending machine for prizes.
You know?
Make the smart choice.
So much stronger.
Reminder, teachers grab the mask. You will collect candy falling out of the mask. And you should find buckets of candy hidden around the school to refill the mask. Students, hit the monster mask like a piñata and collect candy that flies out. On your mark.
Okay, this is the final phase of this event here. The last thing I'll do is I'll go into my own shelter to finish up the day's challenges. Yeah, baby. I like it like this. The game is running nice and smoothly right now. Nice and smoothly. Yes, Vault 94 was the origin of the Strangler Vine from the Garden of Eden creation kit, the Gek thing, you know? That was like the boss in that thing. But then you have the Heart of the Swamp, which is also the same thing. The Strangler Heart. I do like how it's, you know, Vault 94 is the nature version. Like, if Poison Ivy had a vault, that's where she'd be from. Full of weird vines and life and bugs and just... And the raid itself was full of bugs. That was kind of cool. But then you have Vault 96, which is an icicle place. It's really cool. It's all frozen. It's such a cool design. Now there's another vault down there at the south end of the ash heap. Vault 63. What's up with that? Vault 63. Now that one, I'm thinking maybe it has something to do with the origin of the Scorched, because I think there's more to the whole Scorched concept besides just, hey, did you know that ultracite, when it gets really hot, it gets crazy? Radioactive ultracite is funky. Did you know that? It's so weird and what it does to... They just realized that ultracite does something weird when you put it next to human or to tissue, to flesh. Especially heated ultracite and radioactive ultracite. But maybe a lab involving that, because all I'm thinking is that it's in the ash heap, so it has to have something to do with the ash heap. Something. Something. Is what I'm thinking. Maybe I should go back there. I should go back and look for some signs and clues about the nature of the place. I remember that you were able to go to Vault 94 before it was able to be opened, and you can kind of walk to the front of it and see all this naturey bushes and vines and everything. You could read the computer outside, but you couldn't go inside. Oh no. See, with strange numbers, I could jump all the way up here. All the way. Baby. Almost done, people. Thank you for hanging out. The big flying creature near Seneca Rocks. What are you talking about? Some skeleton thing?
That concludes the Monster Match.
Hey, all done.
Thank you to our teachers, students,
All
and
done.
volunteers who made the event possible. And remember to make the smart choice this year and turn in your candy for healthy and wholesome gifts and
Oh,
surprises.
Spirit Up Against the Mountain. Interesting.
Have a safe and pleasant Halloween, everybody.
I don't think I've seen it. Maybe I have, I just completely forget about it. Kind of rare for me to not have seen something. I just forget about it. Well, the dolphin theory came true. I saw a porpoise in a boat and I took a picture and I was like, maybe one day they'll have dolphins. And now they have dolphin-human hybrids ramping around the forest. I'm joking. Okay, so now how much did I get? Halloween candy, $9.50. That's a good amount. That's a good amount. That's a fair amount. I wanted 1,000. I got $9.50. Yeah. I had some interruptions. It was kind of messy. So now I'm sitting here with 1232 Razor Green Flower and 952 Halloween candy, and I'll make sure to do this event when it comes up again in the future. So I'll be overloaded. Ugh. Also, you know, this map has a bunch of animals that aren't in the game. There's a tortoise. I would love to see a gigantic, radioactive, gigantic, awesome tortoise that can kind of like bury itself. You know? Like a thorny, snapping, horrible tortoise turtle thing. Horrible. There should be tortoises and turtles. Turtles and tortoise eye. Or maybe whenever we get to Philadelphia, we'll get some... Or, sorry, Pittsburgh. Get some new creatures. On the map, if you look, there's like a turkey. And we were able to dress up as a turkey, so maybe there should be a turkey. A big snake, a big old crazy, gigantic snake doing all kinds of snake stuff. That'd be crazy, huh? You see, if you look at the map over here, we already have the bat. Eh? There's the bat. There's... Got the rad stag, and look, it's kind of funny. There's two heads, almost, and butterfly, huh? Alligator, you know, tortoise, turkey. We already have the Brahmin. Some other game fowl, a sheep. It's weird how most of these creatures aren't in the game. Isn't that weird? A duck. Why? A wolf? No, we have wolves. We don't have any pigs. I want a big old feral hog. Big old thick black hair. A bee. We already have bees. We already got dogs. Giant walking sunflowers. We don't have enough walking plants, do we? There's no plant. Well, there are. There's a strangler heart. If there's a strangler heart, I think there should be more Shouldn't there be like a big old walking pod creature thing with a big old pod head? And like a... It should look like a fog crawler from the distance, but when you get closer it has a big pod head, leaves for arms and stuff with thorns, and horrible root legs. Boom. Done. Yeah. Okay. All done. Ugh. Use photo mode in a teammate's camp? Gross. Gross. Teammates camp? I don't want to. Is that my teammate? Dang it. Well, this is the guy. You're the guy. You get the pictures. You get the pictures. I think World of Warcraft has its fair share of walking plant creatures. You know? With a big old feed me head. Walking around. It's like almost common. I think I took that picture during the first Fosnacht. The first one. Because I was still wearing that witch... Maybe the second one. Because I was wearing the witch hat. From the first one. One, 2, 3, done.
So much junk, so little time.
Yeah. Okay. What? Alright, everybody. Catch you on the flip side. Yeah. We had a good day. A good day. Made some fantastic progress. And some good talky talks. Have yourself a good day. Vortex. Whoa. Goodbye. Goodbye, Fought Fig. Goodbye. Yeah.